Good afternoon. Time to wrap it up for April the 10th, 2015. And the E-mini pretty much has been straight up all day long, in spite of news that might have you thinking it could go the other way. So once again, I saw an article on Zero Hedge where the Nikkei went over 20,000 because their prime minister said bubbles are good. So I mean, you can't put a lot of thought into this. It just, the market is going to trade higher. Okay, we had an 85, 87 buy this morning that looked suspect on this first move, but the market didn't break. So once again, you can see that these buy and sell areas give you a little time to move with the market. But if you can't break this midline like that, it's probably going to retest that high end or go higher. The sell signal, loser, no sell signal here, sell signal, loser, sell signal, loser, sell signal, actually made a little money on that. Buy, but you can just see how the buys just went there all day long. Here's another, there's another sell, two sells that made you some money. But the action's still going. So right now we got a end of the week dump from profit taking. My guess is we're probably going to close this thing in the 2093 area, and the market's pointed higher. But again, you don't have a lot to work with. 127 on the plus side with a 50-lot trader. Looking at the 20-lot trader, we 35.49. So not a lot of volume, 726 total volume for the day. So a lot of people aren't playing, and that means that we are, having to learn how to trade with the exchange members. That's where we are. Okay, looking at the F1 screen, we definitely have a P, and we got to move, and we have traded higher. So we're looking to get long over the weekend to retest today's high, whatever that might be. Looking at the F2 screen, double distribution higher. Now let's go ahead and do it like that. But you can see that volume in the overnight, even though we had a B, was higher. Volume S through A was higher, and volume B through M so far is higher. So if we were to close the market right now at 93, the sell would be 94, 96, which was where our sell was. We said if we didn't get through 90, 92, we could be short at 99.01. On the buy side, 91 to 89 is buy one for Globex. We'll take a look at it. There's no news Monday to drive the trading. There's usually not much new in the way of news out of other markets too until Tuesday rolls around. So assuming a close in the 93 area, there are the numbers. Okay, the knob spread didn't really change all that much. It really pretty much held in there today. There were times when it tried to narrow, but it never quite pulled it off. So you can see that we got an inside day, but if we put all of this together, you can see that resistance basically held. The 30-year auction is what took us down. The 10-year and the 3-year were actually good auctions. So wasn't all bad this week. So we've got an inside day, and that favors the trading range for the note. Looking at the F2 screen, we've got two distributions. On a TPO basis, it's a B. On the C split, we put it in together, it's definitely a B. Trying to trade lower. So I think the key is going to be, this 28.28. Which side of that price do we build volume on? And my guess is right now it'd be lower. The split that you would use would be right there. And if we put it all together, you can see the market needed volume. Pretty pronounced B with this split right here. So should be looking for a place to sell it. And you just kind of come in and play with the distributions until you get them right. And that's how it's done. You just kind of go back and forth. So last rotate up stopped at 28.5. So 28 to the buck, sell 1. 3 to 7 to sell 2. I think we could go lower. We'll put a question mark by 25. No news to drive the trading. So the focus will be the direction of world's equity markets. Buy 1, 17 to 21. 9 to 13 for buy 2. Lackner said we can raise interest rates in June, and I didn't see what Coachera Lakota. What a name. I wonder where that one came from. That's a pretty interesting name. Have to go back and look and see what his background is. Had to have done something before he became a Fed governor, right? Okay, looking at the ZB, if I can find it. That's not the ZB. An Indian surname. Okay, well, that would make sense. From the Lakota tribe. Indian Indian or Indian Indian? Not American Indian, okay. Those Lakotas got around, didn't they? Okay, pretty good resistance at 64. The market sold. It's riding above, and this is probably the effect of the knob spread. So we had an official day session close of 17 right in this area. Last rotate up was 21 and 26 all the way up to the buck. So it's very, very aggressive. 19 to 23 is sell 1. 27 to 31 is sell 2. That was the last rotate up right there. On the buy side, we have volume down at 7. So 1 to 5 will be buy. And we'll put a question mark at 9. And then 25. I don't think, I would put probably 21 to 25 if we break the buck for buy 2. Ooh, man. Must be Friday. Okay, looking at gold. Looks like probably the cleanest break in the market is up in this 13-15 area, right up in here, and picking up that high. And it's got a pretty flat bottom right here. So we're getting lower highs and we've got this flat bottom. And if you're looking at a chart, it's usually the flat side that comes out. Don't think anybody's in a real hurry to get short gold. Anytime the market does find some selling, the retail accounts out there buying more of it. So, and for the right reasons. They're not, it's insurance. They're not trying to make money off this. They're buying it because they want to have something of value. And So our 14 to 16 is sell 2, definitely a P. On the buy side, 1200 to 1202, back to our 95.97. This high volume area right here has done a pretty good job of holding the market, you have to admit. You know, everybody, when they look at military budgets and defense budgets and the rest of that, they've got a lot of destructive firepower, and they've got a lot of manpower. But can you actually get those boots on the ground and everything they need to support and sustain them? And right now we're looking at Saudi Arabia that has probably about as good as money can buy. And they are dropping bombs, which is relatively easy to do if you got the right equipment, and they do. And they have made some raids on shore with commandos, but they have not invaded Yemen yet. And having had personal experience with guerrilla wars and how you win them, how you take territory back, it's kind of like Russia. Does Russia really want the Ukraine to be any worse than it is now? And my guess is they probably don't. Just really, really expensive to go in there and hold territory, unless you absolutely have to. So if it's not an existential threat, then you try to do it on the cheap. So I think until this Yemen crisis is resolved, that is going to probably be pretty hard to break $50. So we like buying against 50. We've liked selling this area right up here, this 52.25, 52.25. So we'll put that there. And then we'll make 52.75, 53, trying to pick this area up for sell 2. I don't know what's going to happen this weekend, so neither do you, neither does anybody else. On the buy side, 51, 51, 50.75. And our 50, 50.25, and we will definitely adjust these when we come in. But this market's trying to trade higher, so and it's not economic recovery that's driving it higher. And the euro. I don't know what Greece will say over the weekend, but if you're dropping pictures out there of concentration camp victims from the Nazis during World War II, pretty bold. So I think we're going to see the 104.75 area once again. Looking at this just structurally, you've got a very, very clean break in this 45.50 area, and we're at 11. So 30 to 40, sell 1, and basically 75, sell 2. On the buy side, 105.75 is support. We'll put a question mark by it. 50.50, I could get long there, because it is a round number. But I think we're going to 105, get stops again, retest that. And I know that won't displease anybody at the European Central Bank. Folks, it's Friday. I'm whooped. I'm out of here. I will see you bright and early Monday morning. Y'all have a great weekend. It looks like we got another nice one in the forecast in the mid-70s. I hope it's as generous to you all, too. See you bright and early Monday morning.